Hey, so I'm going to get completely transparent in this video. I've hesitated to share these kinds of numbers before because I just don't know who's watching, and I don't want anybody who knows me in real life to get the wrong idea about our finances. I'm an extremely frugal person. My wife and I are extremely frugal people. We've saved a lot over the years. We've saved hard. Sometimes we've pinched pennies. I've oftentimes eaten ramen noodles every single day for 5 years, these kinds of things. That being said, we've always prioritized our Roth IRA. If you're wanting to save for retirement, your Roth IRA is probably your best way to do that. We started contributing to our Roth IRAs right when we got married. I think we were 21 years old at the time. Well, I know we were 21 when we got married, but I think that same year we also started contributing to our Roths. And we've certainly missed contributing a few years over the years, but we've done our best to make it a priority to contribute as much as we can to our Roth, the max contribution each time that we can. And now that we're 43 years old, we're definitely seeing the reason why we should have done that all along. I think the first few years that we could only contribute $4,000. That was the max at the time. Now the max is $7,000, so we're definitely taking advantage of that. So in this video, I want to show you exactly what we've contributed to our Roth IRAs over the last 22 years, and also my projections as to how much we'll have when we retire, just from our Roths. So this is how much we've contributed over the years, $114,500. And by contributing that over time, it's now grown to over $217,000, which at first I thought, shouldn't it be more than that? Because doesn't money invested in the stock market double every 7 to 10 years? Well, the answer is yes, but a lot of that money that we've put in has been in the most recent years. So we just haven't given that money time to double just yet. But I'm 43 years old. I'm hoping to retire around 63, 70 years old, something like that. And actually, since the first of the year, our investments have grown to just under $300,000. So that $300,000 actually has time to double at least twice, maybe even 3 times before I retire. So just doubling those figures, 300 times 2 is 600,000, times 2 is 1.2 million, times 2 is 2.4 million. Now, if it gets anywhere close to that, I will be extremely happy. I don't care about having really expensive things, fast cars, expensive food, even so much expensive vacations. I just don't care about these kinds of things. I would like to, in my retirement years, maybe travel the world a little bit. It doesn't have to be the most expensive places, but just to see the world. I think that'd be fun, but I can wait 20 years for that. I recently heard the figure that if you can save $5 now, it's worth $50 in retirement. So keep that in your head every time you want to have an impulse buy. Would you rather save it and 10 times it, or spend it now and lose out on those benefits? Like I said, I think one of the most important things you can do now, especially when you're young, is to contribute to your Roth IRA. And there's various ways that you can do that. I've actually used 2 different Roth IRAs over the years. The ones that I put my money in are both called ethical versions of IRAs. They don't invest in businesses that do like pornography or gambling, shady business practices, these kinds of things, because that kind of thing lines up more with my ethics, my morality. And looking at the returns that I've received from that, they are slightly under what you might get if you invested in those kinds of things too. But I'm happy with how mine's done. You might decide to go a different route, and that's okay. The point is, no matter how you invest in your Roth IRA, it probably is the best way that you can start saving now for retirement. Don't put it off. The earlier you put it in, the better. The earlier you put it in, the more chances you give it to double over the years, the longer you can see it grow, and the more you'll have during retirement. One thing that I recently saw is that if you invest just $200 a month, starting when you're like 22, you'll have over $500,000 by the time you retire. So there's definitely various ways that you can do this. You can choose how aggressive you want to be. You can choose how much you put in each month, each year, up to that max contribution limit, of course. But the point is, start young. And in my opinion, if you can, if at all possible, contribute the max that you can every single year. If you can do that, I think you'll retire as a millionaire. Because if I can do it, you can do it too. I'm just an average guy.